In this lecture, you'll learn what wide area networks are and how they compare to LANs, local area networks, and MANs, which are metropolitan area networks. So starting off with the definitions first. And when you see this, it's so simple that it's kind of comically easy. But if you didn't know the definitions and somebody asked you what is a WAN, then maybe you're going to start trying to talk about different connection types and things like that. But the actual definition of a LAN, a MAN, and a WAN is super easy. So a local area network is a network that connects computers and other devices in a relatively small area, which will typically be a single building or a group of buildings. So if you've got a company, they own a building and they've got all their internal connections in there for that building, that is their local area network. Or maybe it's a university campus, which is spread out over several buildings, but all in the same small area. That would also be a local area network as well. A wide area network is a geographically distributed network that connects multiple local area networks together. So say we've got a company and they've got an office in New York, so they've got their LAN in New York. They've also got a building in Boston, so that's their LAN in Boston. And we want New York and Boston to have connectivity to each other. Well, we would need to have a wide area network to connect them together. That is our WAN. The other type of network that you'll hear about is a MAN, which is a Metropolitan Area Network. This is a network that connects computers and other devices in a geographic area larger than a LAN, but smaller than a WAN. You see what I mean about it being kind of comically simple about the definitions. So if you had a university campus and it's all in one campus, that would be a LAN. But if there's a university and they've got their main campus, which is in, say, New York, and they've maybe got a smaller campus, which is 5 miles away, also in New York, so within the same city, and they connected those two campuses together, each campus would be its own LAN, and the connection that connected the two campuses together would make up a MAN, a Metropolitan Area Network. Now, you won't hear MANs being used so much, the definition, as you do with LANs and WANs. So that scenario there where we had the two campuses within the same city and we connected them together, you could describe that either as a WAN or you could describe it as a MAN as well. So the term MAN is not so commonly used. So looking at, again, a bit more detail on the differences. So this is something that we covered in an earlier section when we spoke about our LANs. So our LAN network here, it's for a small building. So we've got a collapsed distribution and core layer. So we've got redundancy here. So we've got a couple of redundant routers which connect to the wide area network, which connect to our other offices. Also, we're going to want to connect to the internet as well. And then that goes down to a pair of redundant distribution and core layer switches. And then that goes down to our access layer where our end users get plugged into the network. So this would be a local area network. We can also have the core, the distribution, and the access layer split out into 3 separate areas. Like you see here, this would be for a larger local area network. We're still going to have our routers on the outside here connecting us to the WAN. That goes down to a pair of core layer switches. Then that goes down to a pair of distribution layer switches, which are in each different building in the campus. And then again, we have our end hosts connected in at the access layer. So that's a couple of different ways you can design your local area network, depending on how big it is. For our wide area networks, that's just where we connect our different local area networks together. So we've got a LAN in New York, we've got a LAN in Boston, we connect them together so that our users have got connectivity across the different sites, and that is our wide area network. Now, there's loads of different ways we can design and build our WAN, and that's what's going to be covered throughout the rest of this section. Thanks for watching. If you want to get hands-on practice with Cisco networks for free, then you can download my 400-page CCNA Lab guide, which you can see above my head right now. Also, check out the video about my CCNA course. It's the highest rated course online. Thanks.